T, it's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are, Michael Jordan, Air Jordan, greatest Jordan video on YouTube, part 3. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, give the video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Oh, we got Mike!
Really competitive. Like really, like almost you could say he had a problem. He was so competitive. His entire life just revolved around beating other people. That's how he measured himself. That's how he measured everyone he played with.
And why did they call him the Black Cat? Because he was smooth.
God!
Trademark gym shoes, still top sellers to this day. Bald head, tongue wag.
Oh my Lord!
He's going through a lot. Me personally, I've gone through a lot of ups and downs, but to cap it off this way means a lot to me, believe me.
41 points per game. That's crazy.
I hate to make you look ahead, but you've talked about retirement in a year or two. Could you step aside if the streak is still intact?
No. Yo, my love is strong for this game right now, and that's how I'm looking at it, and I'm going to be here as long as my love is strong.
Last night, we began the show with the disappearance of Michael Jordan's father. Tonight, the worst fears have come true.
Wow.
James Jordan was found dead, victim of apparent murder.
What is still unclear and will be for some time is what effect this tragedy will have on Michael Jordan and his future with the Chicago Bulls.
In a matter of moments, Michael Jordan is expected to officially announce his retirement.
A very bittersweet day. There's a certain sadness because the greatest athlete to ever play a team sport is leaving the game. I can only imagine what it was like seeing Babe Ruth, because I think this man, I used to say, was the Babe Ruth of basketball. I've now come to believe that Babe Ruth was the Michael Jordan of baseball.
When Michael Jordan first retired from the Chicago Bulls in October of 1993, following his father's murder, the sports world was shocked. 4 months later, Jordan dropped another bombshell. He decided to pursue a career in baseball.
And then
That's
he's going to
crazy.
play baseball?
Everyone's like, wait, he's going to play baseball?
So many Hall of Fame was like, this is my chance to get a chip.
Jordan, if he had retired, wouldn't he have gone to 8 straight NBA Finals? One could argue that.
Yeah, of course, we all believe that.
35 seconds away from the Knicks dethroning the Chicago Bulls.
To the 1994 NBA World Champion.
The NBA tried to plan for his retirement, tried to promote other players, like the Lakers' Shaquille O'Neal. But the shoe company Reebok recently canceled Shaq's shoe contract.
What is the NBA?
Really? Shaq? Shaq? They canceled Shaq's shoe? Surely not because he wasn't popular enough. It had to be because I don't know what reasons, but
I think the NBA without Michael Jordan is in deep trouble.
Just being given an opportunity is something that I can feel very privileged about. I mean, the White Sox gave me an opportunity just to go out there and see what type of skills I have. And
Would you like to see him come back?
Yes, I would. I think that he would be a good addition to this game.
Michael Jordan announced today he's coming back to basketball.
Jordan returns to the NBA on NBC at noon Eastern.
Yes, that was 636 days ago, so 21 months after his last appearance in an NBA game. Only 5 months after his number 23 was raised to the rafters in Chicago, Michael Jordan has returned, and he's wearing number 45.
A lot of special moments in NBA basketball. Usually the opening game of the season, the playoffs, 7th game of the series, the finals. I don't know about you, but I got the goosebumps for this one. This is very special.
The moment is nearly at hand. Michael Jordan's return to the NBA.
And there it is, Michael Jordan.
Whereas Jordan is the undisputed GOAT. Like really no debate.
Make a wish. Count to 3.
my God. My God.
Michael Jordan.
You know, he's the greatest that's ever played.
Greatest who ever played.
Yeah.
You go right there.
No question about it.
4th game back.
Jordan.
Just a superstar. Like you said, Bill, he was a celebrity. He wasn't a basketball player. He was a celebrity.
And I'll tell you, as a kid growing up, in high school, I can't even describe what that was like at the time.
We put it on prime time, but Michael brought it to a whole nother level and took it international.
It's the magical, mystical Jordan Road Tour 1995. The Bulls are 2-2 since his return, and one of the most asked questions in America, most often asked, is how is Michael doing? How is his return?
However, Starks told me moments ago the Knicks still plan to have him go one-on-one, no double teaming. He wasn't intimidated before, and he's not now, and he says he's eager for the challenge.
Moments away from tip-off, there is John Starks. He's been a little bit of a slump lately offensively, but he does play Michael Jordan very well. Ewing early in the game, Kukoc on the run.
Ezekiel 25-17.
That's such a great pull-up. It's like when he pulls that jumper, he gets so much lift on his jump shot. I feel like he's looking into the basket and I don't know. It just feels almost effortless for Mike. Like, it's just beautiful to
Ezekiel
watch.
25-17.
Look at that. That would be a tough shot.
The path of the right
doesn't look difficult.
Look out. Starts out on fire. Michael is 4 of 5.
For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost.
What else? It's 20 first quarter points for Michael Jordan.
Look, I know what it must seem like to a younger generation. Guys, it's ridiculous. No matter what LeBron does, if he's not perfect, then he's not Jordan. Yeah, Jordan set a standard of near perfection.
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger.
And do you ask, is he back?
Those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother.
55 points.
There were times where you could make a legitimate argument that collectively a team may have been better than the Chicago Bulls, but they didn't have MJ.
And you will know my name is the Lord.
Oh my God! Good recovery though.
To take the game
Great
20
look.
years into the future where he has no fucking peer. There was no arguments about who the best guy in the league was.
The Chicago Bulls were an unstoppable force during the 1995-96 campaign.
That 95-96 Bulls team is the greatest professional sports team I have ever seen in any league at any time.
And Michael Jordan's first full season back after giving baseball a try.
Oh my God.
The Bulls won an NBA record 72 games in the regular season.
When they terrorized the playoffs.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Flight 23.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
For everyone in the league. Didn't matter who you weren't getting anything when Jordan was there.
Jordan just looked over at Spike Lee and waved bye-bye. This one ends appropriately enough in front of New York's most celebrated fan, Spike Lee.
And through most of the country, really, is that these NBA Finals loom not so much as a competition as a coronation.
You know, with 72 wins, you know, all the consecutive winnings, games that we've won, but by no means do we want to do all that and then be the team that lose to the Seattle Supersonics in the finals.
But he has come all the way back to best player and MVP status.
And then he played a 63-win Sonics team and beat them in 6 games.
Oh my God.
The Bulls were able to complete the dream season and win the franchise's 4th NBA title after defeating the Sonics in Game 6. Michael Jordan, once again named Finals MVP, his 4th MVP trophy in his many tries.
Watch this. I'm going to fly through the air. How about that?
So he just puts it in one hand and takes it down the lane.
Career high, 67 points, and you folks were here to see it.
He was the first guy that would literally fly through the
Oh my
slamming
Lord!
indoors, where you would see it on the highlight reels on like ESPN, you would see it on the news, and people would just be standing there shaking their head.
Maybe it was an innocent question from Michael Jordan.
This
Is it
man
Biden
Mike
or
was
Brian
sick.
Russell? But it drew Russell's fire. Brian responding, is it Michael or Michelle?
Ooh.
Now, on the one hand, you got to give Brian props for not backing down, but on the other, yo, B, that's Mike.
We're down to 5. Jordan putting moves on Russell. We're down to 2. Now to 1.
Hasta la vista, baby.
It's all over. The Chicago Bulls have won at the buzzer.
There is a big story going around this building.
He was just built different, bro. Mans was just built different. Simple and plain.
Right now, Michael Jordan is sick and missed the shoot-around.
He'd walk in the arena suited and booted when you didn't have to come in suited and booted.
3-piece suits, tie, knotted up, showed you how to be a professional.
He is suffering from flu-like symptoms. Made his way onto the court just moments ago, and as you see right here, looking a bit shaky.
18,100 fans in attendance, and the 600 million watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yes. Not bad for a guy playing with flu symptoms.
And the Jazz not able to get to their offensive glass. Ostertag was great. Karl Malone's got the 3 fouls.
I mean, it was the man could hardly walk. He could hardly breathe, and he elevated himself.
Jordan to the cutting long way.
If you give up, then they give up. You know, so I didn't want to give up. You know, no matter how sick I was, or how tired I was, or how, low on energy I was.
And he's tied the game.
Like the things that he does over and over again is like Michelangelo repainting the Sistine Chapel over and over.
Exhaustion, ready to fall over. He's got his team tied now.
When they called a timeout, how he came out of the ball game and plopped on the seat, and that's what he did. He just plopped
He
down.
won't even take the Gatorade.
He doesn't want to waste any energy. No high fives, no lifting water to his mouth. He is exhausted.
He said he don't want to waste any energy. No high fives. No lifting water to his mouth.
Energy, no high fives, no lifting water to his mouth. He is exhausted.
A heroic performance by Michael Jordan.
I mean, as long as he plays the game, he's gonna amaze us no matter what.
Yes! They lead it! 38 points for the Kings!
That was one of the dumbest double teams I've ever seen, to be honest. To be honest, it's Mike up top. It's Mike. And I don't know if they needed a 3 to go up. I feel like they needed a 3 to go up at that point. I don't know if I've seen that highlight before where a 2 would have tied it. But either way, one person that you don't leave is Mike, man.
Yes! They lead it! 38 points for the Kings!
Leaning on Scotty as they walked off the floor. I'm not sure he had full mobility.
Looks like he's a boxer just hanging on along the rope. Performance by the flu-ridden Michael Jordan. A performance that I think will go down as one of the greatest of his career because of the situation. It is all over. The Bulls have won the title by defeating the Jazz 90-86. It is Bedlam here at the United Center.
Max, from a physicality standpoint, he was actually an underdog from the position of getting beat up. Jordan ruled.
Michael Jordan with the takeoff and the clutch.
The one time we played the Bulls, we get off the bus before the game. Jordan parks inside his Ferrari. We're getting off the bus, and he's smoking a cigar. Before the game, and he's like, "Who's gonna check me?"
Michael shakes the finger, but he finally got his dunk on Mount Matumbo.
Rebound Cartwright off to Jordan.
Oh my God! Oh my Lord!
basketball, playoff basketball.
In his heart, Michael already knew that these would be his last games.
And he just got better and better. I mean, he was, I've never seen a guy that I thought was as good as anybody I'd ever seen. 5 years later, he was 10 times better, and 5 years later, he was 10 times better.
Game 6 in Utah. For the Bulls, a win would mean a championship. For Michael, it would mean the cementing of his legacy.
Inside, they've already begun the chant of beat the Bulls. Jordan for three.
What you do has to transcend the generations in order to retain your place as the GOAT.
Here's Michael.
Oh my Lord.
He's got 21.
Michael Jordan always took his game to another level in the playoffs.
Jordan pulls up.
Like we've never seen before.
And connects. 25 for MJ.
6 titles, 6 finals MVPs. That means it was all about you each series. You were the mismatch.
He's still Michael Jordan. Whatever he has lost, through fatigue, through age, through whatever, has only brought him somewhat back to the field. He still leads the field.
He became the most dangerous man alive.
Cross-court Stockton, a three! It's there!
Those 2 three-peats that Jordan has, those are hard to compare anything to.
None of us ever saw what he was going to do, and we thought he was going to be great.
Pippen into Jordan. Michael working on Russell. Brings them to within 1. Michael Jordan with 45 points.
6 NBA Finals MVPs without ever allowing a Game 7.
Got it. Dang.
Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds.
Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player I've ever seen. Better than LeBron, better than Kobe, better than everybody.
Jordan. Open. Chicago with the lead. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship, and it's their second three-peat.
Honestly and truly, man, just special. Just a special basketball player.
He was, without a doubt, the greatest basketball player of all time, and he still is.
No, Mike was absolutely phenomenal, absolutely amazing. He took the game to another level, and you can't do anything but respect Mike for everything that he did. That's all we got for this one. You guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. It's your boy D Neal, out.